to be doing what we're doing today, and that's something I have not done yet before, but I'm excited to bring it to you, and that is sprouting lentils for chicken food. So let's go ahead and get started. Okay, so I have seen so many different ways of sprouting lentils. I've seen it done in mason jars. I've seen it done just on like flat cookie sheets, in baskets, in Tupperware. But I'm gonna be doing it this way just because this is what I have in my home, and it's gonna be super easy. So it's over 3 to 5 day process. You don't really wanna go longer than 5 days, maybe 6 days. But at that point, they'll be ready for your chickens to eat. But we're gonna start the process together right now, and then, a phone call coming in. And then from there, I'm gonna take you along on the journey with me through the next couple days, but today's day 1 and we're gonna get started. So what you're gonna need is you're going to need something that you can use as a strainer, and I'm literally just going to use this. So I have a pot like this that has one of these strainers in it. The holes are small. This is just a normal kitchen pot, and then this strainer goes inside of it. I've also seen people have like the strainers themselves that you strain, like say pasta with, that have another catch basin kind of like this. This is what I have, this is what I'm gonna use, and it's a very simple, easy process. So for the first 24 hours, all we're going to do is soak the lentils. So I'm simply going to put them into a bowl and then put some water in them and soak them. This will come tomorrow when we do the next part, but I wanted to show you that first. So let's get the lentils in a container and we will soak them until tomorrow. So let's get that started. Okay, so I went to the grocery store yesterday and I got the lentils and I'm going to get them started, but I never knew lentils had different protein percentages, I guess. So I was looking at the bags. There's the green lentils, the brown lentils, and then like the reddy orange lentils. And just for giggles, I looked at the nutritional facts on them, because why I'm doing this for my chickens is I want to put more protein into their diet and into their feed. And I was looking at the protein on the nutritional facts, and this one here is 9 grams of protein per quarter cup. And these are the green lentils. Now the brown lentils and the red lentils were 8 grams of protein per quarter cup. So this has another full gram of protein per quarter cup. And I thought, if that's my goal and that's what I want is protein for my chickens, I'm gonna go for the one that is the highest protein. So that's what I did. That's why I decided on the green lentils. So what you're going to do is simple. You're literally just going to take as much as you want to make at a time. I'm just gonna go for a cup. You're gonna pour it into a bowl, just like that. And then you're going to fill it up and just make sure that it's covered in water. Okay, sorry about that. My son and my mom pulled in on their bikes. My kids are over at my mom's for a sleepover tonight, and they're out for a bike ride. Okay, so I don't know if you can see this, but you just want to make sure that your lentils are covered plenty with water. So I'm just going to add a little bit extra just to make sure they're completely covered. So like that. And then I'm just gonna grab my finger and give them a little stir, spin them around. You're gonna see some float to the top. That's totally okay. But there, now this is good. There's probably about an inch or 2 of water on top of the lentils. I'm just gonna keep this on the counter until tomorrow around this time, which it's 2:30 in the afternoon, and then we will move to the next steps, which is draining the water, rinsing them, and then we're going to put them in here. And what happens once they're in here is you're simply just going to cover them with a towel, leave them on the counter, and once they're in the strainer, you're just going to rinse them in the morning, let them sit for a couple minutes, drain the water off so they're not dry, but they're not sitting in water through the day. You're gonna rinse them again in the evening, and you're gonna do that for 3 days, and they'll start sprouting, and they'll be sprouted by day 3. So let's leave this sit on the counter for a day. We'll come back tomorrow and we will do the next step. Okay, I lied. Before I come back tomorrow, I'm just gonna show you from this side so you can see. That's how full they are with water. They're completely covered, and we'll let them sit until tomorrow, and then we'll be back to drain them, strain them, and put them in here. Okay, so I'm back with it being the next day after they have soaked. This is what they look like. They have honestly gotten a lot bigger and expanded. As you can see, there's not much water above them. But now what we're going to do is we're going to drain these, rinse them, and put them into the pot. Okay, so I'm going to just put them into here. Make sure you get all of them out of the bowl. And like I said, they have expanded quite big since yesterday. So as you can see now, and what's cool too is you can tell that they've already started to split. I don't know if you can see there. See how they've got some splits in them? So that's where you're gonna see them start to sprout from. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pull this up. I'm gonna give them a rinse here in the sink. Like this. Make sure they're rinsed good. Here's the water that was sitting on them. I'm gonna drain that. I'm just gonna give the bottom of the pot a rinse out so it doesn't smell. Now the cool part about using this, I'm already excited about, it's gonna make sure that they don't sit in water, because even when I put this back into here right now to let it sit, it still has the holes and it's still going to allow for any excess to drip off. So this is the first rinse. I'm going to now let it sit, and I only let them sit for about, gosh, I don't know. I'm doing it about 3 hours earlier than 24 hours, so nothing crazy early, but I want to show you what I mean by the split. Let me show you this one because you can really see it. See how it's split there? But anyways, now what I'm gonna do is I'm just going to lay a towel over it, and I'm going to choose this one. So I'm just gonna lay a towel over it like this, allow this to sit, and then tonight I'm going to rinse them again, let them sit. Tomorrow morning, same thing, rinse them, let them sit. Tomorrow night, rinse them, let them sit, and then I'll show you along the process what they look like. So that is the first rinse. This is what they're looking like, just sitting in the strainer inside of the pot. And just once again, lay a towel over them. Okay, so let's take a peek. This is what they look like. Let's give them a rinse. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna put some water in here, let them sit for a minute, and it's actually kind of crazy. So I just took a peek at them. before I've put some water on here. So I literally rinsed them for the first time this morning after they soaked all day. So we soaked them for a full day. We rinsed them this morning, and well, I guess it was a little bit this afternoon, but we're gonna do the second rinse on the first day of rinsing and sitting. And I don't know if you guys can see this, but there's already so many little tails. Can you see like the little sprouts are already happening? They look like little tails. Anyways, so cool. Okay, I'm going to just do this right here. I'm gonna fill this up to where they're sitting in water. Look at this one. It's already got a little tail on it. I'm gonna fill this up to where they're actually like sitting in water for a minute. Let me do that, and then I will, oh, okay, it's filling up. I didn't want you to have to like sit here and wait. So can you see this? They're sitting in water. Just gonna kind of swirl them around, rinse them. I want them to sit here for a couple minutes. Give them a good spin. And then once they do that, I'm just going to pull this up. Let it drain. Okay, I'm going to put this down and empty the water out, and then they'll be good until tomorrow. Let me do that. Okay, so I'm going to empty water. Make sure these are good and drained. Put them back in. I'll show you. Okay, so they're drained. You're just going to make sure that they're kind of spread out here all the way around. And then I'm just going to put the towel back on them, and we will be able to rinse them again in the morning for day 2. I'm just going to put the towel on, slide them back here, and I'm literally just keeping them on my counter right here by my toaster, by a loaf of bread, nothing special. And I'll come back tomorrow morning and show you what they look like on day 2 of the morning rinse. Okay, so day 2 morning. This is what they're looking like. Let's give them a rinse. Okay, so they are rinsed. You can see that they're quite a bit bigger today. I'll show you what they look like up close. So they're quite a bit bigger, definitely growing. Now we're just gonna put the cloth back over them, just like this, and then we will rinse them again tonight. So it's nighttime. This is what they're looking like. I put these up and I put the towel kind of like a tent over it for the whole day. And this is what they're looking like. So let's put them over here and strain them. Okay, so I just did, this is day 2, the nighttime rinse. So this is what they look like after they've been rinsed. Whoops. We're just getting ready to go to the fireworks, so I did this quick. It is like 9 o'clock here. So now I'm just going to put a tea towel over. See what I mean by I left these up and I like made like a teepee over it? So now I'm just going to push this back into the corner on the counter until morning, and then we will rinse it again. Okay, good morning. It is the day 3 of what they look like in the morning. So they are very sprouty, but I'm going to rinse them for the morning rinse. Okay, so this is morning of day 3 and what they look like once they've been rinsed. They're getting pretty long there. They'd probably be honestly ready to feed to the chickens today, but I want to see what they look like tonight, and then tomorrow morning we'll probably feed them to the chickens. So we're just gonna cover them up again and then leave them today and rinse them tonight. Okay, so now it's nighttime. Holy smokes. Look at these, you guys. They are, wow. They are good to go, I think. I'm gonna give them a rinse for night time, and then in the morning I think they'll be good to go, but let's give them a rinse. Okay, you guys, that is crazy how big they are now. So that is them on the night of the 3rd day. I just did the nighttime rinse, so by morning, I'm sure they'll be even larger than this. I honestly can't get over how quickly they grow. Look at this one. Oh, look how long these sprouts are. And I tried one. They're good. They taste good. It's so funny because when I was watching videos about these sprouts, I guess it's better to eat them even as us as humans once they're sprouted. They're better and easier on our digestive tract, I guess. But look at these. And they taste good. So anyways, I'm gonna put the towel over, and I will show you what they look like in the morning, which would be day 4, and then you'll see how to do the whole process. You can do it yourself, and I'm gonna feed these to my chickens tomorrow, but I'll show you what they look like in the morning. Okay, you guys, it's day 4 morning, and they are good to go. Look at that. They are actually right at where they should be, because you can see that they're starting to get the little green ends on them, and that's when they are completely ready, which is perfect. So yeah, let me turn the camera around and show you. Okay, so here they are. As you can see, this pot, if you scroll back to the beginning of this video, this pot wasn't nearly this full. You wouldn't be able to see the lentils from here. So it's completely full, and this was 1 cup of lentils. So this strainer basket is completely full to the top. Let me show you what they look like up close. They're massive. They look awesome. So I'm actually very pleased and excited with how they turned out. Look at them. They look so good. So I'm going to take them out and feed them to the chickens, and I think they're absolutely gonna love it. So the videos that I was watching about sprouting these was that if you let them go too long, they start to get a leaf. You can see there's the beginning of a tiny, tiny sprout there on the end of the sprout, like of a leaf. So these are perfect to give to the chickens, and I'm excited with this process. So now, knowing that they have these, and how much 1 cup made, which 1 cup of lentils actually sprouts to, which is a lot. When I do my next batch, which is probably I'll start them today or tomorrow because I know it takes 3 days till they have a full sprout again. I'll probably do like half of a cup, but yeah, I'm super excited. So these have 9 grams of protein per quarter cup. So there's a lot of protein here for the chickens. And like I said too, you can eat these as well for yourself. You can eat them on salad. You can make like a lentil sprout salad with them. I've seen people eat them so many different ways, but they are just really, really amazing. So give it a try for yourself. Let me know down below in the comments how they turned out for you. I'm super excited to see my chickens just gobble them up. I think they're just gonna love them. So thank you guys so much for following along. I appreciate you from the bottom of my heart. And if you have any questions at all, drop them down below in the comment section. Give this video a like, thumbs up, and subscribe, ring that bell so you never miss a video. And I'll see you guys back here next time. Bye. You want to say bye?
Bye-bye.
Come here, Lauren.
Bye-bye.
Bye.